that flow bringing tragedy in. Cop me your chain, your salary spent. Just sweeping them cavities in. Counting money, hourly trend. Letting them seem like Olsen twins. Squares, cabinet bins. Neck full of gold, Olympian. Demons, I'm blowing the check on the gear. Falling soon, then hop on the leer. Strap with them poppers in back of the rear. Sock passe, them is here. Woke up early this morning. Mine is telling me money. Paper, moolah. Pockets as fat as a tumor. Millionaire, no rumor. Living my life off a tuna. Real, only enjoying the feast. Pull up a seat, bon appetit. No Louboutins when they're red on your sleeves. Bang, 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 bang.
I come looking for you with Haitians. I stay no good Jamaican. From different races. You get money, they started hating. I woke up in a new Bugatti. 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 I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Photographs of dope boys. It's all they taking. Fingerprints on a Rolls Royce. It's why they hating. Push a button on his broke boys. As detonation, walk the road to riches bare feet. I watch mama struggle, now she living carefree. That's why I hustle for that half a that's 12 G's. I'm trying to bubble every summer a new LP. You gotta love me, I got shooters out the D-League. Signing bone and hit that man that's from 30 feet. Left in the puddle, fingerprints is on 100 mil. That's what it is, Ricky Rose and Ace Hood. We have trill, yeah.
I come looking for you with Haitians.
What you know about this?
I stay no good Jamaican.
We the best. Double M. 100 M's.
You get money, they started hating. I woke up in a new Bugatti. 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 I woke up in a new Bugatti.
HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit, all I know is.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Western Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Durant in at the small forward.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Here's Randall. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Here is Bryant. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Here's Clarkson. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Clarkson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Kobe with the brilliant assist that time.
It's stolen by Randall. Here's Russell. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Offensive rebound. And Ibaka kicks to Adams. Here's Durant. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Bryant can't get it to go.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it in there.
And that one's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
It's Durant with the drive. No luck. Great D that time from Hibbert. Lakers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Outside Russell. Here's the 3. And that one's good. Russell's got 5 now.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Russell. Russell Westbrook again.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
A second chance effort, and Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It would be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that great The Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Bass comes in for Randall. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Clarkson. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Waiters has checked in. And pushing it up Los Angeles. The Lakers again in transition. Russell, no good.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Young's checked in for Kobe. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Dennis Kanter's checked in for Steven Adams. Here's Durant. Out to Ibaka for the 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Didn't think that was going to go in.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Russell. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. 10 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injury. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big 3, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those 3 was able to finish the season.
Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Roy Hibbert. Then for the Thunder, Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Lakers leading by 7. And there's Williams. That's good on the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low-post defense.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Here is Augustine. 1:21 left here in the opening quarter. To halt the run, they get it back, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago. Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
1:10 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Augustine. It's deflected.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Russell with a wide open look. Off target from outside. And Kanter did play well with the increased minutes last season. Clark averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
.52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Waiters no luck. Lakers leading by 6. And stolen by Singler. Now Augustine. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another.
And Greg, how about DJ Augustine on a roller coaster ride last season, beginning in Detroit, ending up in a very creditable position with the Oklahoma City Thunder?
And a lot of that was because Jennings was so inconsistent for Stan Van Gundy last year, even so much so that he started starting Augustine, and this was just a small part of the turmoil for Detroit last season. They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The Thunder have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. The free throw drops for Augustine. Ryan is checked in for the Lakers. Both free throws good from Augustine.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Kobe kicks to Young. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those hot.
And Kobe Bryant dealing with the wear and tear of decades in the league. He talks about how he remains effective.
Well, you have to make adjustments. You know.
Well, at Kobe's age and with the 2 years worth of injuries, is coming back for him just a matter of, Greg, adjustments, or is that another way? Saying he has to limit everyone's expectation, including his own.
You know what? When it comes to Kobe Bryant, history has shown that the normal rules just don't apply. I think it's the rest of the league that's going to have to adjust to a well-rested and still very lethal Black Mamba.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You know, it's been a great display of team basketball here thus far.
5 guys, 5 fingers working as one. Just beautiful team basketball on display for these guys.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Thunder 5 right now. Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. Randall with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. Randall kicks to Hibbert. No good on the 3. Thunder trailing by 5.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
On defense, the Lakers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Westbrook can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 5. Up the floor. And another shot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And so Young nails them both. And former coach of the year Byron Scott now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
Robertson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Lakers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Got that one up quick. Kobe's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And you know, one thing that comes to mind with Kobe is his incredible dedication to winning. I mean, you wonder if that has turned off potential free agents. Maybe he's a bit too competitive, but, you know, when you're in the business of competing, hard for me to imagine you can be too competitive.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. With Kobe and his competitiveness, it is something that he's coped with. Said it took him a while in the league, Clark, to realize not everyone loves basketball as much as he does.
Yeah, you know, even if you don't have the same kind of drive that has propelled Kobe all these years, I think you have to respect him for it. It shouldn't be a problem for potential free agents, in my opinion. Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Here's Westbrook. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing. And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Greg, for Westbrook, as you were talking about him, the triple-double stretch included 4 in a row. He had 6 triple-doubles, Clark, in 8 games. He was sensational.
Yeah, it really was, Kevin. And what's even more amazing was that he was very close to a triple-double, even on the nights he didn't get one. Man, he's a guy who showed you what it means to carry a team.
Lou Williams is checked in for the Lakers. There's the feed to Hibbert. Down low. Here's Young. The kick out to Williams. Lakers passing it around. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Randall. Randall's got his second basket.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop. And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's covered by Westbrook. They get it again. Second chance shot. The kick out to Williams. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. There's the dish to Durant. And Waiters with the stop.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
Here's Durant. Rebound collected by Clarkson.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor.
That was incredible.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Sacre, he's checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Randall. And it's Bryant in for Jordan Clarkson. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Snatched up. Tries yet again. Sacre, good. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
You know, Greg, for Waiters, it would be unfair for the Thunder to ask that of anybody. You know, that's tough to do. Clark, hard to make up what Harden had accomplished.
Yeah, and the Thunder even asked Waiters not to wear number 13 to avoid any comparisons, which I think was a smart move. But they still would like to have him provide some punch in terms of points off the bench.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing. You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight. Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and did it perfectly.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Russell's checked in. Roberson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Stuffed.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Here's Augustine. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Russell. And Roberson pulls it down. And there's the foul. It's on Brandon Bass. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line. Well, somehow the Lakers managed to avoid ending up in last place in the West last season. Still, it's a far, far cry from the Lakers teams of the past. Only 21 wins for them on the season.
Well, taking a look at Lou Williams last year, kind of a typical year for him, a lot of scoring on bad efficiency.
Yeah, and for Lou, he did make it over the 40% field goal mark, but just barely.
Just barely, you're right. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
You know, with Williams, it's more about his ability to create his own shot than his efficiency. It's why he's best suited as a 6th man, in my opinion.
Bass passes to Bryant.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
And so the ball out of bounds. Collison touched it last. 24 seconds left to play here in the half. Bryant gets a wide-open look. Offline with his 3. Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Singler. That's tipped, but they get it back. And he gets it to go. Augustine's got 5 points now this quarter. There's 10 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Bryant drives in. Right through the D for the layup. And the Lakers lead by 3. Three-pointer Augustine. No good on the buzzer beater. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one.
Gentlemen, I'm here with Roy Hibbert.
46. The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
43. Your safety is our number one concern.
Hey, this has been a good game here after one half. Everybody, welcome. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They have a narrow three-point lead. Kenny, let's go to you. Your opinion on their game so far.
Well, they're paying attention to the boards, and that's a good thing. When you're trying to get ahead and stay ahead, it often comes down to a few key possessions. Any extra rebounds you can get is a big difference. I like their intensity out there.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Well, they're definitely...
Well, that's all for now, as it looks like the second half is just about ready to get started. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
We saw some good action from Durant. 13 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Jordan Clarkson, and it's Hibbert in at the 5 down low. That's the Laker 5. To the middle, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Thunder shooting just 31% in the game. Here's Westbrook and Hibbert with the block. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. The Lakers in the lead. Bryant drives in. That is good. Kobe's got 7 points in the game.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
That's tipped. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Russell. Westbrook can't get it to go.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. They trail by 3. Poked away. And here's Russell. 10 points for him. Passes it to Bryant. The 3. Kept alive.
That's exactly how you win a rebound battle. Get good position and then use your strength to hold on to that position.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money. The Lakers making a switch here. Young's checked in. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Russell. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only 1 make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like...
Oh, wow. That's a beautiful jam.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night, first game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for 1 game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time. And he was really in shock on the floor.
And he was. And unfortunately, for so many reasons, for one, he had really been progressing in the summer league. And the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
And, you know, going back to Randall's rookie year, his troubles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The fifth metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft. We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And yes, sir, that one drops.
And talking about Randall's rookie injuries, the Lakers were going to let him play through the foot. But once he broke the leg, they did season-ending surgery on the foot as well. Hopefully, now he can just stay healthy and get to play the game he loves.
That is as athletic a move as you're going to see right there, folks. Unbelievable.
Clark, what about the hang time?
You're talking about hang time. That fella had helium in those shoes.
And you're going to need some hang time to pull off that kind of a 360.
Outside, Russell. And the three off target.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Clarkson. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Clarkson's got 6 points.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 11 points. Russell dishes to Hibbert, and it's blocked by Adams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Durant's running.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot. Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Brandon Bass is checked in for the Lakers. Williams comes in for Russell, and a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Dennis Cantor's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And some changes here for the Lakers. Sacre is checked in for Hibbert. And it's Bryant in for Nick Young. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Nick Collison's checked in for Steven Adams. Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. Roberson, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Three-pointer Augustine. Here's Collison. He kicks to Robertson. Pass to Augustine. He's looking for Singler and finds him. It's stolen by Bryant.
In the second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for a team trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see plenty of action.
And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. The shot, no good. And the Thunder going the other way now. Here's Roberson. Sacre with the block. And they get it back. And here they come. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Here's Roberson. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Roberson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Lakers shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Nick Collison out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's DJ Augustine. Then it's Kyle Singler. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. to the paint. It's tipped. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Kobe. Westbrook with the nice D there.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And there's the foul. It's on Brandon Bass. That'll be his second foul of the game. Randall's checked in for Robert Sacre. The Thunder also changing it up. Baca comes in for Nick Collison. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Kyle Singler. Williams attacking. Los Angeles with another miss.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Outside, Russell. Looking to get back on track here. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City?
I'll tell you what, they've hit the boards hard in this one. It's led to an abundance of second-chance points. I mean, they've gotten a lot of second-chance points.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Brandon Bass. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Adams checked in. Kobe kicks to Russell. Thunder with the rebound. Durant's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Augustine, finished off the break. And the Thunder lead by 2.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
The drive by Russell, and he gets the bucket. Here is Durant. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. But they'll get another chance.
Way to play the boards and come away with the offensive rebound.
The first one falls.
You know, it's interesting. It really had been mostly a cordial relationship between Durant and the media up until last season. And then at the All-Star break, I mean, he had some biting remarks.
Here's Williams. Thunder with the rebound. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds in the game. From deep. And it's Durant. That time on the assist by Augustine. 31 points for Kevin Durant.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Lou Williams on the sixth-man award last year, Clark, in the NBA. He's not a playmaker, although he kind of plays that position a little bit. This guy scores the ball very well coming off the bench.
He really does. I mean, he looks like a guard because of his size, but he's truly an explosive scorer, and that's the strength of his game, and that's who he is and what he does.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Thank you, Doris.
You know, and when you look at Lou Williams, he's always had a shooting guard skill set in kind of a point guard's body. Now, he's not just a long-range bomber. He will attack the basket and earn his share of trips to the foul line. And that's where he's really deadly. 86% from the stripe last season.
And Russell gets it to go.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
And Randall throws it down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker. Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans. And, you know, back to Williams, sometimes it's better to own one thing, be a master at that, than try to fit a round peg into a square hole. I mean, he's not a really good passer. Never has been. That's not who he is. But he can heat up quickly as a scorer. And that's the side where you put jelly and butter on his toast.
Hibbert kicks to Randall. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
It's stolen by Bryant. And he uses the glass on the way. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
And, guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
Durant, no good.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And Durant sends it back. Hibbert buries it despite the hat. Terrific play with a chance for one more. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Lakers. Cantor, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Back to Durant. The kick out to Westbrook. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here to stop the run. Here's Cantor. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
The drive by Bryant can't hit from in close.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor. A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Randall no good.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is extra.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
Roberson the pass to Ibaka. And Roberson kicks to Cantor. Feeds to Roberson. Here's Durant. Shoots the three. The shot is off. And so the Lakers take the win.
Kevin, thank you. Kobe, obviously a great win.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's